Good day, Mr. McKeezy. Warwick here from GFK Newron. Hope you're well. Thank you for the opportunity of giving GFK Newron the opportunity to show you what we can potentially do with your business. Upon doing some research on Cell C, I came across an interview that you recently did with Angie White on Biz Community. In your interview, you highlighted some key points that I'd like to elaborate on.
Consumers have been hard hit by the current pandemic and the economic meltdown that has come with it. These changes have done is almost accelerated the digital adoption.
We're living through the biggest economic shift the world has ever seen. COVID has propelled the world by an estimated 5 years. As you're aware, has caused enormous challenges and opportunity in the same breath. The disruption of consumer behavior and data overload is evident. 83% of consumers have changed their shopping behavior during COVID.
We need to change how we do business as Cell C. We've looked at it and said, where do we need to change and how do we need to serve our customers better? We're open for business with new and existing partners to actually really work with us in delivering propositions that cater for our customers' needs.
GFK Newron empowers you as a business using enterprise-grade insights and consumer-grade usability. One of the biggest challenges impacting businesses today is the disruption and acceleration of an overflow of data available, with a limited understanding of how to quantify this data in terms of revenue and profitability. What's missing is actionable insights, and this is where our AI platform understands what message to bring in front of the customer at the right time, and more importantly, how to do it in the most effective and efficient way in order to maximize your profits. In order to illustrate to you how GFK Newron does this, I'm going to hand over to Sean O'Neill, who's our Chief Product Officer, who runs through an example at a country level, going right down into a micro product level of how this is achievable.
Hi, I'm Sean O'Neill, Chief Product Officer of GFK. We are unlocking data-centric decision-making for our clients. GFK is a trusted and independent data partner for major industry players. We host data from the world's largest retail and reseller panel with continuous sellout data subscribed to by most major manufacturers. We track purchase journey insights from hard-to-find recent buyers. This is the biggest purchase journey survey in the world, and every year, we collect over 800,000 interviews across 19 tech and durable product categories in 17 major countries worldwide. Let's show one example of persona, one category, one use case. I want you to meet Tasnia. She's a product marketing manager for Brand X. They make washing machines, predominantly in the low to mid-range market in Europe. But they want to move into the premium sector to drive higher margins. Now, Tasnia and her teams need to identify which European market is the best to test first. Tasnia expects they will need to develop a marketing campaign to pull this off, to drive awareness for the brand in the premium sector. This leads to some questions that the whole team needs to answer. Who are our target consumers? How should we position the products for these consumers? What are touch points to reach this group? What is the best opportunity for growth? What is the size of this opportunity for revenue and profitability? And lastly, which retailers should we partner with? Let's zoom in to GFK Newron. Identifying promising markets to enter is incredibly time-consuming. Not only that, it's difficult to find comparable data across markets to make a good decision. Tasnia has access to all the category and country details in GFK Newron for her business. On her computer, she's already filtered by major European countries and the washing machine category. You can see, as she takes in all of this information about where the market's moving, Germany, France, and Great Britain are the 3 largest markets. But that France has been growing much more strongly over the last year, both in market units and in revenue. With the stronger existing footprint her brand already has in France, she sees that this seems to be the most promising first market for them to enter with the new premium range. The past 18 months have been so disruptive and unpredictable that it can make your teams unsure what will happen next. Basing your planning decisions on real, accurate data and powerful forecasts can highlight the risks and improve outcomes. We use artificial intelligence, deep learning models to forecast these markets, including data sets for point-of-sale transactions, changing consumer sentiment, macroeconomic indicators, even COVID factors such as the infection rates, business openings and closings, and citizen mobility, to the point we're able to predict the business impacts from COVID lockdown. Tasnia wants to see if the strong market growth seen so far this year is expected to continue for France. With GFK Newron forecasting, she sees that the strong growth is expected to slow down over the next few months, but overall, this market will still grow slightly year on year. This helps her to understand the likely size of the French market when they get to launch. For your own brand to succeed, it's important to understand and learn from the strategies and success of your competitors. You need to quickly spot and react to opportunities for you in the market, and crucially, be able to track the success or otherwise of your strategic brand decisions. Ultimately, the long-term goal of all brands is the same: profitability. With GFK Newron's revenue premium feature, you can see not only how your brand compares to others in terms of units sold and price positioning, but crucially, you can also view the revenue premium each brand achieves in the market. This shows you how much consumers are willing to pay for your product above the base price paid for other similar competing products. That is a proxy for profit. At a glance, you can see where all the profits are accumulating in the market. This makes revenue premium a powerful new currency to track alongside our revenue and unit market share currencies, as it finally allows teams to know if they are earning more share of the consumer's willingness to pay. For developing new products, adding a feature no one cares about can cost your business millions. Equally, missing important features that customers must have can cost you market share and lead to unsold inventory or markdowns. As well as looking at the brand level, Tasnia and her product development team can view, filter, and drill down into the product model details. They can identify what are the best-selling premium models in this market. With just a few clicks, Tasnia can compare the best-selling models and their feature sets. She can see a time series of when these products have launched into the market and how well they have performed since then. As she looks over all of the features and attributes of these best-selling models, she feels encouraged by what she sees. She knows that the feature set for her brand's planned premium model is going to compare well against these. But as she looks over some of the features they all have, most of these top-selling models also have Steam functionality. She knows her brand specification does not plan to include this feature. Now, how can Tasnia decide whether to make the expensive commitment to add this new feature? Understanding who your target customer is and how best to market to them is key to maximizing your return on marketing spend. You not only get an understanding of the customer purchase sentiment of what and why and how of the market, but it's also weighted against the actual volume of sellout in that market. And as she filters, she can note that both brand and product features are the most important drivers of purchase. As we get more specific on some of the product features, she sees that advanced wash programs and energy efficiency are the two most influential product features that will drive purchase. And she knows that by highlighting these features in any campaign will be important to help drive and change the brand perception she's looking for. And remember her concern about Steam functions that were in all the other top models? Well, she can also see that Steam functionality is not as important a product feature for these consumers. This is fantastic. It's reassuring her that her product has the right feature sets to compete in this segment of the market. This will save her company millions by not including a costly new product feature that would not have made a difference. Once you've identified who to market to and what to say to them, the final area to explore is where to reach them. With GFK Newron, you can analyze and compare the research and advertising channel touchpoints that consumers use, and crucially, see retailer shares across the globe. They can continue to filter and refine the retailer brand view for the consumer audience she cares most about. And now she knows which retail brands she needs to work with to position her product there. They are able to identify the right market to enter, quantify the value of the opportunity, both in terms of revenue and crucially in terms of profitability, understand the key competitor brands and models in the premium sector, make sure her planned model specifications meet the consumer needs, understand who to target, in what channels, and with the right message to resonate with consumers. And finally, identify key retailers to stock this model. We have only shown you a fraction of what GFK Newron can do. There is so much more AI predictive power within GFK Newron, surfacing critical notifications and recommendations on your market threats and opportunities so that your teams can stay alert, agile, and pivot in the moment to stay ahead of the competition.